Hello there, it's Luxuries Outdated. It's a quick one. It's about 1 in the morning, by the way. So if I fall asleep in the middle of this, yeah, sorry about that. Video you're about to see, I was able to get hold of an old Atari VCS pretty cheaply. It was listed as not working. It looked in brilliant nick in the photos, so I thought, nice one, I'm going to take a chance on this. Maybe the guy doesn't have a power supply. Maybe it's, he hasn't bothered sticking the game in the right way or something. When I got it, it was in perfect nick, except that the video cable had sheared off. Someone had just cut it there. The Atari VCS, the video cable is built into it, or it seems to be anyway. You're going to see now in a minute. So I figured I'd have a crack at it and hopefully be able to get it working and not blow it up. Either way, I mean, you're in for something interesting. If I blow it up, you get to see an explosion on screen, so it's all good. Sorry, I'm babbling, folks. It is 1 in the morning. So anyway, you're about to see a video now of me repairing the VCS. Now, what I didn't realise at the time is that my current Atari VCS doesn't work anymore. It's completely dead. Didn't realise at the time. So this is going to prove whether or not, if I can get this working, then it means I have a nice Atari computer to play all my lovely console, all the lovely cartridges on. If I can't get it working, then it's a doorstop, and I'll have to go off to eBay and spend more of my daughter's college education money on buying old consoles, so we don't want that. So anyway, you're about to see a quick look inside it. It's one of the 6-switcher. It's the very, well, not the very first, but it's the first Atari that you could have bought in my neck of the woods. So it's the big wooden one, 6 switches. There's one before this, the thing called a Heavy Sixer. If you're in the States, you can get this one that Atari made in Sunnyvale in California, and it's called a Heavy Sixer because they put all this extra super heavy shielding in it to make sure that it passed all the FCA tests. I don't know, there's you go to Atari Age, they'll tell you all about it. Anyway, you're going to see me, I got skipped all the boring bits, taking all the screws out, so we're ready to rock and roll and pop her open there. So here we go. Anyway, let's go and have a look at this. So let's go and get the camera down here. And actually, that's not going to work. Oh, people that do these reviews make this look so easy. Okay. Oh, let's just do it one-handed. Okay, so we're going to take this off. Now, as I said, I popped the screws off earlier on because you don't know what a YouTube video of a man screwing away. Or do you? I don't know, whatever your personal preferences are. Sorry, this is the inside. As you can see, someone's written the letter A there for some reason that made a lot of sense in 1978. These are the switches here. This is to do with the power supply, so I'm not going to touch that. Now, what I was saying earlier on is, this needs a good clean, by the way, but what I was saying earlier on is the later versions of this, because this is made up of, there's this board here, and there's a second board here, and some shielding there. The later versions didn't have as much shielding as this, and there was all one just little discrete board that was in there, as opposed to being made of 2 with a ribbon cable between them. So this thing here, though, is the kind of the bit I like. You'd think that because the cable snakes into the bottom of it and it's completely sealed in. It's kind of crazy that when you open it up, it's just a bespoke part. It's just a regular RF cable. So now I may have to remove a few more screws here, but we'll just see what we can do. Oh, didn't like the sound of that. Now, as I said, folks, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know if this is going to work or not. It could be there's more damage to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... There we go. That's just a regular part. And in here, it's a regular RF connector. Now, the later versions, not sure about the US ones, because I remember reading somewhere or seeing somewhere that they had an AV connector, whereas in the UK and Ireland it was RF for years. Everything was RF based as opposed to AV. But the first console I had that had proper AV out, that didn't involve buying some bizarro RGB cable, was I had an NES, And the NES over here was hugely expensive because Nintendo hate Europe. And anyway, I won't get into that today. But that has an AV out, and that was the first time I'd seen a console with an AV out. Although it was alright. But I remember seeing, I was looking at someone doing a mod on the 2600A, the 4-switch one. And they had basically the RF cable soldered on here. So I don't know if... let's zoom in there and have a quick look. I don't know if I ever get hold of a 4-switch, I must pop it open and have a look. And I'll stick the video on YouTube and you can have a look yourself there. So I really do need to give that a bit of a wipe. That's some dirt there, I think. Okay, folks. I have got, for your viewing pleasure, a replacement cable. So I'm just going to see if it fits. So let's just put this down. Now, this presents me with an interesting problem. The hole for this isn't quite big enough to fit this coax cable in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of editing and we'll come back in a minute and hopefully I have a cable that will fit this a little bit better. So back in a minute. Okay, so we are back and show you what I did here now. Now, the cable was a bit thicker than the original. So it won't actually fit through. Normally it would fit through here and it won't do that, so I fitted it around it. This is it, tight in there, and it loops around. It goes behind this board here, and it comes out here. Now, unfortunately, I managed to pick the shortest cable on Earth. So, as you can see, it's not hugely big. So, if I ever sell this, I'll just say it's designed for the Japanese market. Completely useless fact. If you've ever seen a Mega Drive, now maybe Mega Drive isn't the Japanese one, or if you ever get hold of a Mega Drive, a Japanese Mega Drive controller, the cables are tiny. And apparently the reason for this is that basically back in, I don't know if this is still true now, but space is a premium apparently in, you know, Japanese flats, apartments, whatever, and people tended to, you know, be near the TV. So like their console would be under the TV, they would be fairly near to it. They wouldn't want to do the whole thing that American player gamers and and Irish gamers and UK gamers and European gamers do, which is, you know, your console is under the TV there, and you'll be sprawled over there somewhere with a Peppa Pig lunchbox for some reason. So yeah, anyway, so there you go, short cable. So I'm just rabbiting on now. So at the moment of truth, I'm going to go and give this a try in a minute, and I will let you have a look yourself, and you can see whether it's going to work or whether it's going to blow up or whether it's going to end up as some sort of weird modded lunchbox. So we'll have a look now. Okay, folks, after a little pause there, while I put it all back together again, and also while I got my camcorder working, we're ready to test this out. Now I really hope this works, because in the process of doing this, I found out that my old Atari VCS isn't working anymore. So I'm going to have to take that apart and see what the hell's wrong with it, and hopefully it's repairable. So fingers crossed this works. So there we go. Let's see now. I have combat in here. So yes, there we go. We have it working. Look at my sensitive first. So there you go. A nice quick little repair, and yeah, it's not too hard to do. It's no soldering involved, which I like. Let's see the curve on that. Yeah, so hopefully if you've got an Atari VCS that, you know, you picked up a charity shop or the jumble sale or whatever, and it's not working, you might be able to do that repair. But there you go, excellent. Now I've got to spend the rest of the evening working out what the hell is wrong with the other one. So listen, that's been Luxuries Updated, and I hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time for if my plans go the way I think they're gonna go, you're gonna see a really horrible game next week. But there you go. That's a little bit of a repair.